Hi, I'm Laura Andre and welcome to Fix-It. Today we're going to replace an outdated ceiling fan. Now when we moved into this house a little over 2 years ago, the first thing we thought was that we just couldn't have this fan in the house. But we let the project languish and we haven't replaced it yet until today. So the first thing we need to do is take down the old fan, and then I'll show you the parts to the new fan and we'll be up and running in no time. We're going to send it back to 1992 because they called and they want their faux finish back. Okay, so we're up here on the ladder. That's obviously the first tool you're going to need. And we have our handy screwdriver. It's a Phillips head screwdriver that we're going to use to take off this decorative cover. We simply loosen the screws, slide the cover so that it slides down the down rod. And you'll see that what we have here is the mounting bracket mounted directly to the wood ceiling. In most cases you'll see this mounted to an electrical box. Now, before I started work on the fan, I made sure that the power was off, so that these electrical wires are not powered. You want to do that by turning off the circuit breaker appropriate for the fixture. And always test to make sure that the fixture does not come on, so that you know that you have the right circuit breaker turned off. So what I'm going to do is push these wires out so that I can separate them and begin the disconnection process. Just twist off the wire nuts, separate the wires. Now all I need to do is lift the fan out of its bracket. So I'm showing you the new fan parts, which look at first like a dizzying array of hardware. But we're going to break them down and make sense of them and not even use all of them. First we have a new down rod, a hanging bracket, which we can reuse from the old fan, and so we don't need this part. Lots of screws and washers and wire nuts. A wire stripper and a screwdriver. The fan motor cover. The ball bracket. A coupling. The ceiling cover, the fan motor itself, this is the heaviest part by far, and of course the blades. And the ever important instruction booklet. Now every ceiling fan is different. You'll always want to refer to your instruction manual to make sure that you're assembling the fan in the correct order and that you don't miss any important steps along the way. So the first thing we're going to do is install the blades. And to do that, we'll take the screws and washers supplied with the fan. I'm going to hand tighten these before I screw them in with the screwdriver. I simply rotate the motor, make room for the other fan. Most fan blades will have a sign that will make sure that you put the right side facing up. We opted for a fan with a nice stainless steel finish. It just gives the house a more contemporary look. We live in Santa Fe and things tend to be pretty rustic here. Our next step is to remove the 2 set screws on top of the motor coupler. So I'll take those out right now, and we'll want to keep them in a safe place, like your pocket. Try not to let them drop into the fan motor itself. Our next step is to feed the electrical wires through the cover of the motor. And line the cover up with the switch. Then we take our screws and lock washers and attach the motor cover as so. I'm just going to hand tighten these. So we're going to unscrew the set screw on this shorter down rod, slide it down, remove the pin, and remove the down rod. Set the hanger ball down for now. And here's our 24-inch down rod. The next step is to push the wires through the down rod. You want to make sure that the wires aren't kinked up. Then we're going to rest the down rod in the top of the motor. Then we need to align the holes in the down rod with the holes in the motor and insert this clevis pin. Then with this hairpin clip, we want to secure the clevis pin like that. Now we're going to reinstall the 2 set screws that we removed previously from the motor itself. You want to make sure that the down rod is vertical as you tighten these set screws. Next we need to take this coupler cover and thread the wires through it from the bottom up over the top of the down rod and down over the assembly. Next we're going to take the ceiling cover and thread the wires through it. Which is easy enough. And just rest it there for now. And now we'll want to reinstall the hanger ball. Push the wires through. Insert the pin, line it up to the slot, push up on the hanger ball as you tighten the set screw. Make sure that's good and tight. And now I believe we're ready to hang this fan. Okay, this is the hardest part of the job. We're going to insert the fan hanger ball into our existing bracket. Next we'll need to make the electrical connections. And we don't need all this wire, so we'll use a handy pair of wire cutters. Make sure you give yourself enough wire, maybe about 6 inches. And go ahead and snip the wire. And you'll want to expose about a 1/2 inch of bare wire, so you need to strip off a little bit of insulation. That should do it. And taking your wire nuts, you want to basically connect the black wire to the black wire. So here's the fan wire and the electrical wire coming from the ceiling. You want to pair those wires together so that their bare ends are matching. Twist the wire nut on, making sure that it's good and tight. Do the same with the white wires. And of course, the green ground wire will attach to the bare copper ground wire. Now this red wire is to control the light fixture, but we're not going to use the light fixture. So we're just going to snip off the end of this wire and cap it off with a wire nut. Now all of this wiring needs to fit inside here. We'll finish off by attaching the ceiling cover to the screws in the hanger bracket. And now all we have left to do is turn the power back on and test it out. It looks like it runs great. Remember, in the summer months, you're going to want to make sure that the fan is pushing air down so that you feel the cool air blowing against your skin. And in the wintertime, you'll want to reverse the blades so that they push the air up, thus pushing warm air back down into the room. So we're all set. We have nice cool air blowing against me, and it should be a very comfortable summer. I'm Laura Andre. Thanks for watching Fixette. To see more how-to videos, go to fixette.net. Be safe, and remember, you can do it.